So today we are talking about Agatha Christie. This is the second part, so if you haven't seen the first part, please go watch it. I'll link it down below. But let's get more into it. Where we stopped was the beginning of her adulthood, freshly 18, started writing novels, has been rejected multiple times for her novels. So now we're going to talk about more of her life going forward. Hi everyone, my name is Carson O, HMM here on YouTube. If you're new, thank you for clicking on this video. I hope to see you more on other videos and on my channel just in general. If you're returning, thank you. I love you guys. I love you if you're just watching this video in general. I appreciate you just even checking me out in general, whether you're new, whether you're subscribed. And talking about subscribing, if you haven't and you have seen a couple of my videos and you enjoy it and you want to see more, please hit the button, hit the bell. Also, if you have never heard of History Mystery Monday, HMM, we talk about historical people, places, things, mysterious events, true crime maybe, paranormal, anything you think of. We cover it on Mondays, so if you're interested in that, don't forget to return and watch a few more videos. Also go check out my channel for any other videos you might be interested in that I have covered. Let's get into it. So Agatha, during this time of being rejected multiple times for her novels and anything like that, her social activities started growing with riding horses, hunting, roller skating, going to country house parties, and just attending dances. She did end up having 4 pretty short relationships. She was engaged to another man at one point. In October of 1912, she was introduced to Archibald Christie, who went by Archie, during a dance they attended that was about 12 miles away from Torquay, the town where they still reside, in the house of Ashfield where they still reside at this point. Archie, he was the son of a common law lawyer and Indian civil servant. If you don't really know what that is, I didn't really know either. It's more things to do with the agreements between India and Britain at the time, because we are talking about in terms of 1912, before India gained their independence in 1947. Archie himself, he was a Royal Artillery officer and a Royal Flying Corps. Agatha and Archie fell in love very quickly, and after 3 months they were dating, they were actually engaged. During August of 1914, a few weeks into the beginning of the World War I, Archie was sent to fly to France, which most of the British military during that time was sent over to help France, especially with what was going on in World War I, because they were allies. If you know anything about World War I, World War II, you already know who was the allies and everything like that. If you guys are interested in maybe me going more into detail about either one of the wars or any war specifically, let me know down below. I'd love to cover them. I'm really big into history. That's why we have History Mystery Monday. And yeah, so let me know if you're interested in that. But other than that, we'll keep going. During Christmas Eve of the year, they were married at the Emmanuel Church in Bristol, located close to his mother and stepfather's house while he was on leave from France. And that's pretty similar to other couples during the war at times, you know, during World War I and World War II and any type of war really. Most of the time, couples would get married very quickly, especially if one was sent overseas to fight, because you didn't know if you were ever going to see them again in that case, but you wanted to at least be with them at the point that they were and know that they have somebody to come back to when they came home. Archie returned to war, rising in the ranks, and in 1918 he was deployed back to Britain, finally, as a colonel in the Air Ministry. Agatha, during the years while Archie was away, volunteered to the Red Cross as an aid detachment. From October 1914 to May 1915, she took a break, and then went back in June of 1916 to September 1918. She worked as an unpaid nurse to a dispensary as an apothecary's assistant, basically a pharmacist assistant. And she was getting paid £16 a year, which is only £1,075 in today's money, and dollars is $1,319, so $1,319. And that's just a year, but we're also talking about 1918. So her service ended in September because Archie was then resigned to London. So they needed to move there, and they ended up moving into a flat in St. John's Wood. Agatha was known to be a fan of detective novels like Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's Sherlock Holmes and Wilkie Collins's Woman in White, and other detective novels as well, of course. She wrote her first detective novel called The Mysterious Affair at Styles in 1916, which was her first to feature a prominent character that we all know and love in most of her novels, who is Hercule Poirot. He is a former Belgian police officer that has a magnificent mustache and exactly the shape of an egghead. So basically, Agatha was like, I'll give him a great mustache, that's his best quality, but he an egghead or whatever. Like he just she's just basically like, he got a round ass head, he got an egghead, he looked like an egghead. But I thought that was funny. That was like, why is she put, and it's exactly in quotes that is exactly the shape of an egghead in her writing, and it just cracked me up when I saw that. He was inspired by all the Belgian refugees that lived in Turquoise and the soldiers that helped with the patients during her volunteer work while Archie was deployed. Her manifests were rejected by many companies, but after several months, John Lane at the Bordley Head made her an offer, and that she accepted it. She signed the contract, and she agreed to the next 5 books to be published with them. Her book was then finally published in 1920. But the year before, we have to kind of backtrack a little bit, a few months before. On August of 1919, Agatha gave birth to her one and only daughter, Rosalind Margaret Clarissa. During this year as well, Archie left the Air Force and began working in the city's financial section on a very low salary. She sold her second and third novels along with a series of short stories for the Sketch magazine. She was having no issues at this time selling her works finally. So now we're going to jump from 1920 to 1922. So in 1922, Agatha and Archie needed to go on a world tour so they can promote her books for 10 months to South Africa, New Zealand, Australia, Hawaii, and even Canada. During this time, because since they had to go travel for 10 months and be gone, Rosalind was left behind in the care of Clara and her sister Madge. Clara, if you don't remember who she is, that's Agatha's mom. That's her nickname, is Clara, and Madge is her sister. When they were done, Archie went back to work in the city and Agatha kept writing. After they were living in different apartments in London during the time, they were finally able to buy a home in Sunningdale, Berkshire, which they named it Styles as commemoration to her first novel. Clara, or Clarissa Miller, Agatha's mother, passed away during April of 1926. With this happening, Agatha fell into a deep depression since they were so close to each other during Agatha's whole entire life. In August, Agatha had to step away from everything and go to the village nearby called Biarritz. I think I pronounced that wrong. I'm not completely sure, but let me know if I did. I think I pronounced it correctly just by how it's written, but if I didn't, let me know if you know how to pronounce it correctly for me. On top of all of this, at the time, because of her mother passing away, everything of depression and everything like that, Archie and his butt comes telling Agatha, I want a divorce. And it's not like she's not going through a lot already. And this bastard, let me tell you, this asshole, he literally tells her, I want a divorce because I'm having an affair with my assistant named Nancy Neal. And she was his reception assistant at his work. And then on December 3rd of 1926, so literally like a few months later, Archie was like, hey Agatha, you know, me and Nancy over there are planning on going on a trip with our friends and everything, but you ain't coming obviously, so just letting you know that's where I'm gonna be headed. So you know what Agatha did? Agatha was like, nah, fuck that. So later that day, on December 3rd, Agatha disappeared. So we're gonna stop it there. I know we're gonna leave you on a little cliffhanger. I know, I'm so sorry, but third video, third part with what all happens after she disappears is coming out. Don't worry, it's coming out very soon. But I'm just gonna leave you on a little cliffhanger because you know Agatha is disappearing. Where's the hell she go? What happened? Did she survive? Is she alive? Did Archie kill her to marry Nancy? Who knows? But we'll find out in the third part, so don't forget to watch it. If you haven't watched the first part, I don't know why y'all are here at the end of the second part. Y'all should have watched the first part. But if you have, thank you. If you haven't, please go watch it. You should have watched it before this part. So, yeah. So, anyways, there's going to be the series. It will be on my channel if you want to go through all of it. First part, second part right now. And then we'll be getting into the third part and the end of everything. What happens. We're going to leave you like Agatha Christie would leave you, on a cliffhanger. Mysterious novel detective. You're going to be Hercule Poirot and try to figure out what happened to Agatha Christie and where she went, what she did. Did she survive? Is she alive at that point afterwards? What happened? What happened? Well, don't forget the bell so you know when I post, and don't forget to hit subscribe especially so you can hit that bell. And if you enjoyed this, please hit that thumbs up button. I really appreciate you even being here and watching this video. If you haven't gone follow me on any of my socials, please go do that. Instagram is COS_YT, and now TikTok. Finally, I've been saying I was going to make a TikTok. I am finally making a TikTok. TikTok is Carson O HMM, just like here, so it's easier to find. And yeah, so if you haven't checked out any of these videos on this channel, please go do so, because I'd love to have you over here and stay with me and become a part of the family. Because become a part of the HMM family. We're gonna make that hashtag later on. Don't worry, it's gonna be a hashtag. I hope. Fingers crossed. But anyways, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, morning, evening, afternoon, weekend, weekday, whatever it is when this reaches you. And I hope you guys are safe out there, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.